Hello everyone and welcome to the One Stop Co-op Shop. Today I'm going to be doing a solo playthrough with 3 characters. The captain is dead. I am using the first officer and the teleport chief, followed by the science officer. We've had a lot of bad things already happen. If you want to check that out, check out the video before this, but I'll give you a brief overview. Shields is at 30%. We've got an alien ship here who just did a direct hit, which probably killed our captain. Let's see what else. Our teleporter's offline. Our comm system's offline. Yeah, it's not looking good. What's coming up is we're going to have torpedoes going offline and reducing shields by 10%, which would actually be 20 because of this alien fighter, and adding 3 hostile aliens to the computer core as well. Whew! A lot of stuff going on. Our first player will be the first officer. He's got 4 actions. Let's see what he's going to do. The first officer is going to do a capital journals action. Now, normally it takes 2 actions and a command skill. However, because of his special card or his ability, he can actually draw with 1 less action, and he has a command discount already, so he doesn't have to discard any skill cards. So he's going to take 1 action and he'll draw 1 battle plan card. This is an amazing card, System Bypass. At any time, repair up to 2 systems as a free action. You do not need to be in the system's location to use this card. It may not be used to repair the jump core or the shields. Discard it after it's been used. Yeah, I'm going to use this right away. And there's a reason. You'll see why. So I may not be able to repair the shields, but I can repair this teleporter. Yes. And let's knock this comm system back online and ready to rock. Now, do you see this icon right here? That icon means that anybody can use the comm system anywhere on the board. So that's really nice. You don't have to be on the bridge to be able to use it. A lot of these stations, you have to be in the specific location to use it, but the comm system and the teleporter, both, you don't have to do that. Since I totally forgot to show you this, these 2 icons here mean that you can use the teleporter even when you're injured, or even when you're with aliens. You don't have to fight the aliens. It's one of the only actions you can do other than fight aliens. So if you're injured, you can use the teleporter, or when you fight aliens, when you're fighting aliens, or there's aliens in your room, I should say. Also, you can use the teleporter in any room, and that's what we're going to do for our second action for the first officer. We're currently in the war room. We're going to teleport over to the armory. And the reason for that is we want to use the torpedo tube. We have to use 2 actions and a command and a tactical skill to be able to use the torpedo tube. Well, it just so happens the first officer has both of those inherent skills. So once again, he doesn't have to use any skill cards to do this. Now, he can choose to do one. Do not draw an alert for the next turn here, or destroy a hostile alien ship. We're going to destroy a hostile alien ship. This torpedo is going to hit the alien fighter here and destroy him. Thank goodness. But that's going to end the first officer's turn, as that was his 4 actions. So the next alert is going to happen. We got rid of that alien ship just in time. Reduced the shields by 10%. That would have been 20%. But the torpedo tube is now going to go offline. Here's our torpedo tube. And now we have to spend an engineering and an action to fix it. And of course, our shields are now going to be hovering at 20%. Oh, that's terrible. Because the external sensors are working, we still get to draw 1 alert and get to see it. This will be happening in 2 turns. We have 3 hostile aliens coming to the computer core next. And then after that, we're going to lose the game. Reduce the shields by 20%. We are literally at 20%, so we've got to get that taken care of. Next is our teleporter chief. But remember, he can use the teleporter now as a free action 2 times. That is awesome. Now it's the teleporter chief's turn. So our biggest issue right now is the shields. But we're covered in aliens here. So technically, we need to spend 3 actions to eliminate these 3 aliens. But we have the teleporter online, which is awesome. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to use this, and this is a free action for the teleporter chief, and we're going to teleport ourselves into the cargo hold. Since we're teleporting into the cargo hold, we're going to use our first action to use the cargo pad. we can now either take or exchange one skill or tool. So our first action is we're going to take a tool. We grab the scanner. This lets us spend 2 less tactical when reinstalling or repairing. Then we flip to the B side. So basically we can use this 2 times. The second time it only gives it 1 less. Oh, this one spends 1 less action. But you'll use it 2 times, giving you the 2 benefits, and then this is discarded from the game. For free, we're now going to have the teleporter chief teleport to the bridge. So he still has only taken 1 action. For actions 2 and 3, he's going to use the A side of the scanner and spend 2 less tactical when reinstalling or repairing. But he's going to have to use 2 actions to increase the shield by 1. Then we flip the tool over to the B side, which says spend 1 less action when reinstalling or repairing, and then we remove this from the game. So we're going to spend our last action and use this, and then we have to discard 2 tactical, which we have. So we have 2 tactical and 1 action to repair the shields back up to 40%. Whew! That is going to end the teleporter chief's turn, and so now we have this alert going, and we're not going to be able to override it. We don't have any command, but we have to add 3 hostile aliens to the computer core. This is going to be 1 crowded computer core. We'll place 3 aliens here, and now we have 6 on the board. That's not good. Let's draw our next alert card. Oh no, our next one is the teleporter overload. So the teleporter will be offline, and all players in engineering are injured. But don't forget, this will happen first. We're going to reduce the shields by 20%. Now it's the science officer's turn. So she has 4 actions. She has that 2 science discount. And her ability is that whenever we discard an anomaly, we get to draw 2 random skills from the skill deck, which is awesome. Since we're in the science lab, I think our first action is going to be to do an upgrade. We're so worried about the shields, which might be the death of me, but I'm still going to do it. We are going to spend 4 science and 1 action to increase our shield abilities. So we have 2 of the science on our card, and then we will discard these 2 science skills that we have to create our shield moderator. This now will reduce any new damage to the shields by 10%. We'll place that right here. We can have a total of 2 upgrades. Our second action is going to be to use the comm system, and we're going to ask the first officer to send us over this command skill. Our third action is we'll teleport into the CPU area, the computer room, and eliminate one of these aliens for action 4. Now we should have a direct hit and reduce the shields by only 10% since we have that shield modulator, but we're going to have our science officer, who now had 3 command, use all 3 to override it and cancel it. Yeah. Our new alert card is reduce the shields by 10%, so that won't even happen now. But the computer is offline, discard the skill deck. That would stink. And don't forget, teleporter's going offline next turn. Now we're back to the first officer. 4 actions, let's go. Our first action is we'll teleport into the war room. And then that second action, we'll draw a battle plan. Oh yeah, mechanically inclined. At any time, play this card on any roll that does not already have 2 engineering discounts. Give it 1 additional engineering discount for the remainder of the game. I think it's silly not to give this to the teleporter chief because he already has 1 discount. So now he will have 2 engineering discounts going forward. Action 3, I'm going to teleport to the cargo hold, and then action 4, I am going to grab a tool. Oh yeah, got the rifle. For 1 action, kill all hostile aliens at the current location, then flip to side B. And side B is, I think it takes for 2 actions, but still, awesome rifle. Well, we have our teleport overload, so teleporter is offline, and all players in engineering, which there aren't any, would be injured. This means we'll have to flip this, and now we no longer can use the teleporter, which stinks. It's just the teleporter chief's turn. Bummer. Our next alert isn't terrible. Reduce the shields by 10%. That's blocked again by that shield modulator. Gosh, that was an amazing upgrade. But external scanners are offline. That would stink. Unfortunately for the teleporter chief, with the teleporter offline, all he can do is take 1 action to move 2 more actions to eliminate these 2 aliens, And then for the final action, he's going to use the computer and draw one skill. And he gets another tactical. Not incredibly helpful, but it is what it is. Well, we should have the shields reduced by 10%, but we have this shield modulator, and that's going to stop that completely. However, the computer is going to be offline, so we have to discard the skill deck. We have to flip the computer face down, and that's going to take 3 actions to repair, you guys. Oh, that's terrible. And the entire skill deck goes into the skill discard pile. We'll draw our next alert card. Oh man, comm overload. Comm systems will go offline and all players in the bridge will be injured. Our science officer is just going to do 2 things. One is going to be to use the internal sensors and grab a science skill. And then 3 of her other actions, because she only has 4, she's going to repair the computer. So this gets repaired and then we get to shuffle this deck. We'll have a nice new deck of skills. And I think since now the computer is back online, we draw 1 to refill the internal sensors. We should always have 3 there as long as it's available. Okay, I totally forgot about this. We have to reduce the shields by 10%, which isn't a problem, but external scanners go offline, which means this card is going to get discarded and we're not going to get to know what's coming in the future. We'll flip this to the other side. And as they say, we're flying blind, we're flying blind. Our first officer is going to take 2 steps for 1 action into engineering. For 1 action, we're going to kill all hostile aliens at the current location. Then flip this roll to side B. And I said roll, should be tool. Sorry. Action 2 is taking care of these aliens. Action 3, we're going to discard these 2 engineering that we have and use 1 action to get that teleporter running again. Yeah. We're going to use that teleporter for our last action to get ourselves back to the war room so more battle plans can be drawn next turn. Let's draw our alert card. We have no idea what's coming. Well, look at this. Some luck. We have an anomaly, which is bad. Increased gravity. Move 1 space for 1 action instead of 2 spaces. But the teleporter is unaffected and we just repaired the teleporter. If this is a 2-player, discard it. This is a 3-player, so we'll keep this out. We'll place it right here in the active anomaly spot. Our teleport chief is going to use his first free teleport to jump to the cargo hold. He's going to spend 3 actions to get 3 cards from here. He's going to get 2 engineering and the torch, which lets him spend 2 less engineering when making a repair. And then you flip this to side B. And just so you guys can see, side B, you spend 1 less engineering when making a repair. And then you remove this from the game. And we're going to swap this science into the cargo pod so we don't have to discard any cards. We'll spend our next free action to get to engineering with our teleporter. And then we'll use the comm system to ask for this engineering from the first officer. Let's draw our next yellow alert. We've drawn the torpedo overload. Torpedo tube is offline. Oh, that's okay, because it already is offline. And all players in the armory are injured. Oh, not bad either. No one's in the armory. Our first action for the science officer is we're going to go ahead and use the internal sensors and grab this science. That way she has 2 science in her hand. She'll then teleport to the science lab for action 2. And then action 3, she'll use her 2 science that she has here, plus her 2 inherent science that she has as a skill all the time, and take care of this anomaly. Now, when she takes care of that anomaly, she gets to draw 2 skill cards from the skill deck. She drew another science and a command. Not bad. Her final action then is going to be to give this command card over to the first officer. Let's draw ourselves another alert card. Add 3 hostile aliens to the bridge. We have bridge intruders. We'll place those 3 aliens right here. You know, so far those external sensors being down or scanners being down hasn't been terrible. But you know it's going to bite me in the butt now that I said that. Now onto the first officer's turn. You better believe it. Captain's Journal. 1 action. And let's see what we get. Make it so. Make 1 jump core repair now as a free action. You do not need to be in engineering to use this card. Oh, yes, let's make it so. We have now finally made our first jump core repair. Only 1, 2, 3, 4 more to go. Our next action is we're going to teleport to the bridge. And we're going to use the B side of our rifle, which says for 2 actions, kill all hostile aliens at the current location and then remove this from the game. So we just took out all 3 of these aliens. Here's another yellow alert. We're starting to get low on yellow alerts, guys. Aw, man, another alien fighter. Whenever the shields take damage, increase the damage by 10%. Basically, that's negating our shield modulator. Bummer. Our engineer is not concerned with that alien fighter. He's going to do 2 jump core repairs. How is he going to do that? Well, I'll show you. So our teleporter chief comes with 1 engineering discount. Plus he's mechanically inclined now, so he has 2 engineering discounts. He's going to use the torch to spend 2 less engineering actions, or two less engineering when making a repair. So he has 2. This counts as 2 for 4. Here's our 5th one to do the first repair. Then we'll flip this around. Once we're on the B side, we spend 1 less engineering making a repair, then remove the torch from the game. So this counts as 1 engineering, 2 engineering, 3 engineering. We've got 2 more here for 5, and that's our 4 actions. 2 jump core repairs. Yes! That means only 2 more that we need to make in the game, and we win. Whew! Let's draw our next alert card. Core overload. Computer is offline. Discard the skill deck, and all players in the computer core are injured. Fortunately, no one's in the computer core. But having the computer go offline again stinks, because that's 3 actions to get that repaired. Gross. Our poor science officer, but I don't know what else we can really do. We're going to have her teleport to the computer core and spend 3 actions to repair that blasted computer. That means the computer's back online and we can reshuffle these. Now the nice thing is we just put all that engineering in here, so hopefully we can get some engineering into the skill area, which would be nice. We'll place this right back here. And you guys, I think I cheated from before. I think I should have 3 in there, so I'll just grab a 3rd. Yeah, that's wonderful. It's engineering. We'll take it. For our first action, our first officer is going to jump right into the computer core, using the teleporter, of course. He's going to spend 1 action to do the internal sensors and grab that command card. And then we're going to immediately replace with the tactical card. I think our last 2 actions, we just have to do it. We got to go to the war room and get another battle plan. Grow the beard. At any time, play this card on any roll that does not already have 2 command discounts. Give it 1 additional command discount for the remainder of the game. Yeah, that's going to the first officer. The first officer will now have 2 command discounts. Oh yeah, because he's got a beard, even though it doesn't look like it. Let's draw our next alert. Science lab injuries. Add 2 hostile aliens to the science lab. All players in the science lab are injured. Here we go. We'll place them here. Oh boy, this could be bad. I say this could be bad because I know there's 1 more anomaly in that yellow alert deck, and we haven't seen it. And now it's going to be harder to take care of that with those aliens in the lab. But it'll be what it'll be. I'm going to have the engineer, the transporter chief, use his free action to move into the computer core. Action 1, let's grab that engineering and the internal sensors. And we'll refresh. Oh, I was hoping for another one. Action 2, let's grab a skill. Oh, it's science. Okay. Action 3, let's try again. Come on. Oh yes, engineering. That gives us a total of 4 engineering. We just need 1 more to be able to go do another jump core. As a free action, we'll use our teleporter to jump to the armory, and then our 4th action, we'll spend 1 action and use 1 of our engineering discounts to repair the torpedo tube. That way someone can finally get rid of that alien ship. Let's draw our next yellow alert. Oh no, internal sensors are offline. Discard the skills connected to the internal sensors, and all players in the computer core are injured. Oh no, that's where our science officer is. Our internal sensors are flipped off And these 3 are discarded. That's not terrible. I didn't really want any of those anyways. The bigger issue is our science officer is injured. So now it's the science officer's turn. She can still use the teleporter while injured, so she'll teleport herself to the infirmary. We can then use the trauma station, use 1 action, and heal 1 player in the infirmary. So for that action, we'll pop ourselves back up. Action 3, we're going to use the comm system and ask the teleporter chief to give us this science. And then for action 4, we'll teleport into the science lab so we're ready for that anomaly, because I guarantee you it's coming soon. What alert are we going to have next? Well, look at that. Irrational fear. This is the exact one I was talking about. Players might not use or repair systems if no other player is present in their location. The science lab is unaffected. If this is a 2-player game, discard it. So you can't use anything unless another player is in that spot. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. By the way, just so you know, that includes the teleporter. So I can't use the teleporter unless I'm in a room with somebody else. So we're the first officer now. I wanted to draw another battle plan. Ain't gonna happen. Nobody's in that room. So I'm gonna spend 1 action to come over here into the armory. But now there's 2 of us in here. I can use that torpedo tube. We're going to spend 2 of our remaining 3 and our discounts of the command and the tactical to send off another torpedo and take out that alien. We're going to hit this alien and take him out. Yeah. For my final action, I'm going to move 2 spaces to the computer core. So that way, during the teleporter chief's turn, he can still use the computer. Yeah. Let's draw our next alert. Uh-oh, war room injuries. Add 2 hostile aliens to the war room. All players in the war room are injured. Well, guess what? It's the first officer's turn. He's going to use 1 command plus his beard and the other command discount he has to cancel this. Ain't going to happen. Our teleporter chief is going to take 2 steps here for 1 action, then eliminate both of these aliens. That's a total of 3 actions. Now, he's in a room with another character, so he can use the teleporter, and he'll use it for free to go to the computer room. And then he's going to draw 1 more time from the skill deck for his 4th action. Come on, let it be engineering, let it be engineering. Yes! Engineering! Oh, that's awesome. That means he has enough engineering to be able to do another jump core. He's in a room with another character, so although he's done his 4 actual actions, I think he can still use the teleporter to get himself to the engineering spot. So next time, fixing that jump core. Here we go, another alert. We're not going to be able to stop this one. All right, we've got an armory injury. Add 2 hostile aliens to the armory. All players in the armory are injured. Whew, good thing that teleporter chief got out of there. We'll place those 2 aliens right here. You better believe you know what the science officer is going to do. Use her 2 science discount plus the 2 science that she has to be able to get rid of this anomaly. And by doing that, she'll get to draw 2 random skills. So let's see. She grabbed another engineering and a command. Nice. Action 2 then is she's going to give this engineering over to the teleport chief. She'll use her next action to also send over this command card over to the first officer through the comm system. Gosh, she's just such a giver. Action 4, she's going to teleport herself to the cargo hold. I have to admit, I haven't played with the external scanners off this long. It's a little bit scary. Let's draw. Oh my gosh, and we only have 1 more yellow alert. Good thing I haven't tried to repair the external scanners. They'd go offline again and all players in the bridge would be injured. Nobody's in the bridge, so we're all good here. Okay, first officer, I have a plan. First action, he's going to teleport into the war room. We're going to use the second half of his ability. So it says here, you may search the battle plans deck and retrieve a card by spending 4 command and 2 actions. So I have my 2 command with my growing beard, plus these 2 that I'm discarding for 4 command, and I have pulled out an extra set of tools. And anytime, place all of the tools that have been removed from the game back into the cargo pod. And I don't have to be in the cargo pod to do this. The reason I want to do this is because we can get the torch back. Yeah, And this torch is going to let us fix that jump core even more easily. So we want our wonderful teleporter chief to be able to grab that. Plus, we'll put these other tools back in as well. I have one more action, but to be honest, I want to stay in the war room, so I don't want to go anywhere. I don't have any cards to give through the comm system, so I'm just going to call his turn and draw our last yellow alert. We've got sensors offline. This is not bad. Reduce the shields by 10%. Don't have to do it. Internal sensors are offline. Well, they're already offline. And discard. I can't believe it. We're all good. But next time we go to the orange alerts. We are so close, you guys. I can taste it. First action, Teleporter Chief is going to do a free action, actually, and teleport to the cargo hold. He's going to grab himself a tool and switch in a tactical skill. And his tool is, of course, going to be the torch. Yes. His second free teleport action, going back to engineering. We need a total of 5 engineering and 2 actions. So this is action 2 and 3. We have our 2 engineering discount, plus using side A of this tool, that gives us 2 more engineering discounts and 1 engineer skill, that's 5. Boom! 1 away. Now, if we had 1 more action, we could actually win the game here. But we have 3 more engineering in our hand, so we just have to last until his turn, and we can engage and get out of here. The Teleporter Chief's last action is going to be giving this tactical card using the comm system over to the first officer, just in case. Orange alert, orange alert. Well, I gotta say, in this game, I guess external scanners were just not meant to be, because this is external scanners are destroyed. So they can be offline or they can be destroyed, and I'll show you the difference. Discard all face-up alerts, and of course, all players on the bridge are injured. Fortunately, no one is there, and no one is going there. This is it. You see how this external scanner is offline? Well, we'll take this card off completely, and it has now been destroyed. To essentially reinstall, we have to spend 2 actions, 2 tactical, and 4 science to be able to put that back online. Whew, that's a lot of skill. For our first action as the science officer, we're going to go to that cargo pod since we're already here, grab 1 science. Then we're going to teleport ourselves to the computer core for action 2 and draw 2 skill cards. And we got a tactical and another engineering. Yes. Wow, that engineering. There's just so much of it right now. I love it. Let's draw an alert. Is something else going to get destroyed? We've got ourselves a bridge siege. Add 4 hostile aliens to the bridge. Yeah, like I was saying, we're just leaving the bridge alone. 4 aliens. Yowzers. Here's our first officer. Gonna spend his 1 action to draw a battle plan. Whole reason I left him in the war room. Planned ahead. The captain planned for just such an emergency. Add 7 random skills to the cargo pod. You do not need to be in the cargo pod hold to use this card. And if the computer's offline, you draw from the discard pile. Yeah, let's do it. 7 more skills into that cargo hold. Oh, look at all that science. Nice. I think what we're going to do, we've got 3 more actions. We're going to actually spend 2 more and another command discount to draw another battle plan. Oh, nice, a shield boost. At any time, make 3 shield repairs as a free action. You do not need to be on the bridge to use this card. Don't mind if I do. 50, 60, 70. Yeah. Just as long as this isn't game ending, we should be able to win right here. Oh, it's an alien transport. At the beginning of each player's turn, add 1 hostile alien to their location. The teleportation inhibitor upgrade does not affect this card. Oh, this would just start throwing aliens all over the board. And the only way to destroy it is using a torpedo tube. At the start of the Teleporter Chief's turn, we'll place 1 hostile alien here. But you know what? Not going to make much of a difference. He's going to spend 1 action to eliminate him. Then he's going to use the B side of his torch, 3 engineering right here, plus the 2 that he has here, so that's actually 5. We don't even need the torch. That gets us to engage, and we have jumped to hyperspace and won the game. Whew! That is the end of The Captain is Dead! This game is fun. It is a lot of randomness, but as long as you have the external sensors or scanners on, external scanners, you should be okay with the you don't know what's happening. But it totally is a game where there's just fires everywhere and you're trying to mitigate them while doing a specific objective, which is that jump core. Now, Kyle suggested, and I really like what he said, just to do a 1 to 2 minute at the end of each game and just say who you'd recommend this for. So I would recommend this game for someone who likes Star Trek or likes sci-fi, someone who enjoys a co-op game that's very hard to have an alpha gamer because there's so many things going on when you have players with all their special abilities, all the skills, blah, blah, blah. It's great. It's a great game to have. Someone can jump in right away, and it's not difficult to understand. There's lots of little different cards and moving pieces, but it all makes so much sense as you're playing it. So it's not a difficult game at all. This could be a medium gamer or someone that even isn't really a gamer but's played some games with you. Totally could play this, especially because it's co-op. The game to me has a couple faults. One is I don't like how the hostile aliens work. I think it's kind of wimpy. They don't attack, they just sit there, and you might get injured, you might not, you just have to eliminate them. I don't like that mechanic very much. I also feel like if you don't have one of the two guys that has the engineering discounts, so I was lucky enough to get the teleporter chief, but even getting the other gal, I can't even remember what her name is, the engineer, you have much more of a chance of winning because of those engineering discounts. Otherwise, I find the game to be a lot more difficult. I haven't won this that often, but this time I won this pretty easily because I was able to get those battle plans and his ability to jump around with that teleporter. What this game has going for it is all the different characters there are. So each set of colors has 2, 3, or even 4 different characters. I think there's 18 total to choose from. That's just a ton of replayability. And all these alerts, yeah, they are the same, and it did actually help me knowing that there was 2 anomalies in the yellow deck. But overall, even though you know these alerts, they all come out in different orders, so you never know what's going to happen. Oh yeah, and the ships are okay too. I don't know, I want more interaction with the ships. It doesn't feel really like there's an alien ship hitting me if it reduces my shields by 10% more, if they're even hit at all. But yeah, that is The Captain is Dead. Hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks so much for watching.